If you have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself, or you can put your question in the chat and I will read it for you.
Hello, can I ask a small question, please? Pranam Babaji.
Who is this?
It's Lily.
Okay, Lily. Yes.
So, just a small question. Talking about the breath ratio, you told us 1:3:2, that's ratio that we know. And it is also famous ratio 4:7:8. So is there much difference? Is it so important? Is it just another mental question, or?
Try them both and see which one feels good. There are many kinds of pranayams, and you can try that 4-7-8, see how that feels, and then sometimes sit down and do 1-3-2 and see how that feels. You're a yogi, do some experiment on yourself. Does that make any sense, Lily?
Yes, Babaji, thank you. Yes, very practical, very good suggestion. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I want you to do some work on yourself and experiment. And that's what all the yogis did in olden days. They were the scientists of those days. They experimented on themselves. They didn't go and dissect a rabbit. Thank you, Lily. That was a good question.
Marcy has their hand raised. Marcy, do you want to unmute yourself?
Hi, how are you? Okay, I understand the three things that you mentioned. Are we supposed to do them on a certain date during the time?
26, 27, 28.
26, yeah.
Night of Mahakali. And 29, 30, and 1st, night of Mahalakshmi.
Okay.
And on the 2nd, you just get only one night to count your wisdom.
One night, okay.
Yeah, because if you have more, then you will get confused.
Okay. All right, and that's right. And how long do we do it for? What do you think? Like we do it for 3 segments of the breath, or are we taking, like, let's say I start going into removal of fear and the removal of stagnation. Do I want a book near me where I'm kind of, that's a fear. I never really thought I had that. You know what I mean? Or do I just do it?
Just do it. Keep it simple. Don't let your mind start making the grocery list. Just hold that I'm sitting here in the name of those, and just name it and let it go. Focus on the flame, focus on the breath.
Okay. And how long do you want us to do it for? Like 10 minutes or 5 minutes or?
3 hours?
You think it might work if I do it for 3 hours?
You start with half hour.
Half hour,
yeah.
Okay. Okay, and is there a time of day that you think is best?
Nighttime, if you can light a lamp and do that, that will be the best time.
Okay.
So figure out a time in the night and figure out a time in the day and carve it out, and don't schedule anything. Mentally prepare yourself to go and sit and do. I would recommend do once in the day and once in the night.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Good, Marcy. I would love to hear what happened after Navaratri.
Yeah, me too. Thanks.
Babaji, there's a question.
Yes.
Why is the lamp with ghee used, or can any candle be used?
Candle is wax, petroleum, it has different energy than the ghee. Ghee is Actually, you can look at those two sometimes and see how do you feel. I always send it back to you that you practice, you experiment with that. One night, light a candle and see how you feel. One day you light a ghee lamp and see how you feel. Usually in the yogic tradition, ghee has been prescribed by the yogis, so I'm sure they have felt it too, or maybe they didn't have candle in those days. We have many options. I shared the ghee with you. If you don't have it, use the olive oil, and if you don't have that, use the candle. Yes, Shannon.
Trader Joe's sells ghee. Is that good enough to use? Or should we make our own?
The easiest way to make ghee is really get a pound of salt-free butter and slowly cook it for, turn down the flame and cook it for half an hour and skim out what comes on the surface and store the rest in a jar. There you go, month-long supply. So, but if you don't want to go all that way, just get some olive oil, burn that, or just, if you don't have that, just use a candle. But sit, that's what is more important.
Babaji, comment and question from Dan. Greetings, my dear family. I'm ecstatic to be on my way to the ashram this week. A question for Babaji. How to not squander the Shakti we align with after Navaratri?
By practicing self-love and respect. Just like you don't squander the money the first day, you save it and you use it wisely. That's why the wisdom is important. You will generate lots of Shakti during Navaratri, and that's why in the last day is the wisdom. And the wisdom is that what you have acquired, what you have gained, use it wisely. Then in your case, channel that energy to write some beautiful music and take the message out to the world. If you keep your vision high, then your accumulated energy will flow in that direction. So don't focus on having more fun and wasting that energy. Use it to create beautiful message for the world. You have so much talent and such a good artist. So love yourself, respect yourself, and bring this message out to the young people. You're very good at it. And you don't need to copy other artists that do all kinds of things to their body and wear all kinds of clothes. You don't need to put on that facade. Let your words speak. Oh.
There are no more questions.
Okay. Anyway, it's a beautiful day here, and it's nice to sit here in the temple filled with people. And I see people from Australia, I see somebody from New Zealand. Europe. So our temple has gone bigger. Thank you all for a moment, and just close your eyes. Soften your eyes, descend in your heart. We are all connected. We are not alone. Thank you all very much. My mother's blessing be with you.